Entrepreneurship. Part 2. Welcome to Part 2 of 10 Entrepreneur Tips. Tip 5. 7 Characteristics of Entrepreneurs. What else do entrepreneurial success stories have in common? They invariably involve industrious people diving into things they're naturally passionate about. Giving credence to the adage, find a way to get paid for the job you'd do for free, passion is arguably the most important component startup business owners must have, and every edge helps. While the prospect of becoming your own boss and raking in a fortune is alluring to entrepreneurial dreamers, the possible downside to hanging one's own shingle is vast. Income isn't guaranteed, employer-sponsored benefits go by the wayside, and when your business loses money, your personal assets can take a hit, not just a corporation's bottom line. But adhering to a few tried and true principles can go a long way in diffusing risk. The following are a few characteristics required to be a successful entrepreneur. Characteristic 1. Versatile. When starting out, it's essential to personally handle sales and other customer interactions whenever possible. Direct client contact is the clearest path to obtaining honest feedback about what the target market likes and what you could be doing better. If it's not always practical to be the sole customer interface, entrepreneurs should train employees to invite customer comments as a matter of course. Not only does this make customers feel empowered, but happier clients are more likely to recommend businesses to others. Personally answering phones is one of the most significant competitive edges home-based entrepreneurs hold over their larger competitors. In a time of high-tech backlash, where customers are frustrated with automated responses and touch-tone menus, hearing a human voice is one surefire way to entice new customers and make existing ones feel appreciated. An important fact, given that some 80% of all business is generated from repeat customers. Paradoxically, while customers value high-touch telephone access, they also expect a highly polished website. Even if your business isn't in a high-tech industry, entrepreneurs still must exploit internet technology to get their message across. A startup garage-based business can have a superior website than an established $100 million company. Just make sure a live human being is on the other end of the phone number listed. Characteristic 2. Flexible. Few successful business owners find perfect formulas straight out of the gate. On the contrary, ideas must morph over time. Whether tweaking product design or altering food items on a menu, finding the perfect sweet spot takes trial and error. Former Starbucks chairman and CEO Howard Schultz initially thought playing Italian opera music over store speakers would accentuate the Italian coffeehouse experience he was attempting to replicate. But customers saw things differently and didn't seem to like Arias with their espressos. As a result, Schultz jettisoned the opera and introduced comfortable chairs instead. Characteristic 3. Money savvy. Through the heart of any successful new business, venture beats the lifeblood of steady cash flow, essential for purchasing inventory, paying rent, maintaining equipment, and promoting the business. The key to staying in the black is rigorous bookkeeping of income versus expenses. And since most new businesses don't make a profit within the first year, by setting money aside for this contingency, entrepreneurs can help mitigate the risk of falling short of funds. Related to this, it's essential to keep personal and business costs separate, and never dip into business funds to cover the costs of daily living. Of course, it's important to pay yourself a realistic salary that allows you to cover essentials, but not much more, especially where investors are involved. Of course, such sacrifices can strain relationships with loved ones who may need to adjust to lower standards of living and endure worry over risking family assets. For this reason, entrepreneurs should communicate these issues well ahead of time, and make sure significant loved ones are spiritually on board. Characteristic 4. Resilient. Running your own business is extremely difficult, especially getting one started from scratch. It requires a lot of time, dedication, and failure. A successful entrepreneur must show resilience to all the difficulties on the road ahead. Whenever they meet with failure or rejection, they must keep pushing forward. Starting your business is a learning process, and any learning process comes with a learning curve, which can be frustrating, especially when money is on the line. It's important never to give up through the difficult times if you want to succeed. Characteristic 5. Focused. Similar to resilience, A successful entrepreneur must stay focused and eliminate the noise and doubts that come with running a business. Becoming sidetracked, not believing in your instincts and ideas, and losing sight of the end goal is a recipe for failure. A successful entrepreneur must always remember why they started the business and remain on course to see it through. Characteristic 6. Business smart. Knowing how to manage money and understanding financial statements are critical for anyone running their own business. Knowing your revenues, your costs, and how to increase or decrease them, respectively, is important. Making sure you don't burn through cash will allow you to keep the business alive. Implementing a sound business strategy, knowing your target market, your competitors, your strengths and weaknesses, will allow you to maneuver the difficult landscape of running your business. Characteristic 7. Communicators. Successful communication is important in almost every facet of life, regardless of what you do. It is also of the utmost importance in running a business. From conveying your ideas and strategies to potential investors to sharing your business plan with your employees to negotiating contracts with suppliers, all require successful communication. Tip 6. Types of entrepreneurs. Not every entrepreneur is the same and not all have the same goals. Here are a few types of entrepreneurs. Type 1. Builder. Builders seek to create scalable businesses within a short time frame. Builders typically pass $5 million in revenue in the first 2 to 4 years and continue to build up until $100 million or beyond. These individuals seek to build out a strong infrastructure by hiring the best talent and seeking the best investors. They have temperamental personalities that are suited to the fast growth they desire but can make personal and business relationships difficult. Type 2. Opportunist. Opportunistic entrepreneurs are optimistic individuals with the ability to pick out financial opportunities, getting in at the right time, staying on board during the time of growth, and exiting when a business hits its peak. These types of entrepreneurs are concerned with profits and the wealth they will build, so they are attracted to ideas where they can create residual or renewal income. Because they are looking to find well-timed opportunities, opportunistic entrepreneurs can be impulsive. Type 3. Innovator. Innovators are those rare individuals that come up with a great idea or product that no one has thought of before. Think of Thomas Edison, Steve Jobs, and Mark Zuckerberg. These individuals worked on what they loved and found business opportunities through that. Rather than focusing on money, innovators care more about the impact that their products and services have on society. These individuals are not the best at running a business as they are idea-generating individuals, so often they leave the day-to-day operations to those more capable in that respect. Type 4. Specialist. These individuals are analytical and risk-averse. They have a strong skill set in a specific area obtained through education or apprenticeship. A specialist entrepreneur will build out the business through networking and referrals, resulting in slower growth than a builder entrepreneur. Tip 7. 4 types of entrepreneurship. As there are different types of entrepreneurs, there are also different types of businesses they create. Below are the main different types of entrepreneurship. Type 1. Small business entrepreneurship. Small business entrepreneurship is the idea of opening a business without turning it into a large conglomerate or opening many chains. A single location restaurant, one grocery shop, or a retail shop to sell your handmade goods would all be an example of small business entrepreneurship. These individuals usually invest their own money and succeed if their business turns a profit, which they live off of. They don't have outside investors and will only take a loan if it helps continue the business. Type 2. Scalable startup. These are companies that start with a unique idea. Think Silicon Valley. The hopes are to innovate with a unique product or service and continue growing the company, continuously scaling up as time moves on. These types of companies often require investors and large amounts of capital to grow their idea and reach multiple markets. Type 3. Large company. Large company entrepreneurship is a new business division created within an existing company. The existing company may be well placed to branch out into other sectors, or it may be well placed to become involved in new technology. CEOs of these companies either foresee a new market for the company, or individuals within the company generate ideas that they bring to senior management to start the process. Type 4. Social entrepreneurship. The goal of social entrepreneurship is to create a benefit to society and humankind. They focus on helping communities or the environment through their products and services. They are not driven by profits but rather by helping the world around them. Tip 8. Entrepreneurs and the economy. In economist speak, an entrepreneur acts as a coordinating agent in a capitalist economy. This coordination takes the form of resources being diverted toward new potential profit opportunities. The entrepreneur moves various resources, both tangible and intangible, promoting capital formation. In a market full of uncertainty, it is the entrepreneur who can actually help clear up uncertainty, as they make judgments or assume the risk. To the extent that capitalism is a dynamic profit and loss system, entrepreneurs drive efficient discovery and consistently reveal knowledge. Established firms face increased competition and challenges from entrepreneurs, which often spurs them toward research and development efforts as well. In technical economic terms, the entrepreneur disrupts course toward steady-state equilibrium. How entrepreneurship helps economies. Nurturing entrepreneurship can have a positive impact on an economy and a society in several ways. For starters, entrepreneurs create new businesses. They invent goods and services, resulting in employment, and often create a ripple effect, resulting in more and more development. For example, after a few information technology companies began in India in the 1990s, businesses in associated industries, like call center operations and hardware providers, began to develop too, offering support services and products. Entrepreneurs add to the gross national income. Existing businesses may remain confined to their markets and eventually hit an income ceiling. But new products or technologies create new markets and new wealth. And increased employment and higher earnings contribute to a nation's tax base, enabling greater government spending on public projects. Entrepreneurs create social change. They break tradition with unique inventions that reduce dependence on existing methods and systems, sometimes rendering them obsolete. Smartphones and their apps, for example, have revolutionized work and play across the globe. Entrepreneurs invest in community projects and help charities and other non-profit organizations, supporting causes beyond their own. Bill Gates, for example, has used his considerable wealth for education and public health initiatives. Entrepreneurial ecosystems. There is research that shows high levels of self-employment can stall economic development. Entrepreneurship, if not properly regulated, can lead to unfair market practices and corruption, and too many entrepreneurs can create income inequalities in society. Overall, though, entrepreneurship is a critical driver of innovation and economic growth. Therefore, fostering entrepreneurship is an important part of the economic growth strategies of many local and national governments around the world. To this end, governments commonly assist in the development of entrepreneurial ecosystems, which may include entrepreneurs themselves, government-sponsored assistance programs, and venture capitalists. They may also include non-government organizations, such as entrepreneurs associations, business incubators, and education programs. For example, California's Silicon Valley is often cited as an example of a well-functioning entrepreneurial ecosystem. The region has a well-developed venture capital base, a large pool of well-educated talent, especially in technical fields, and a wide range of government and non-government programs fostering new ventures and providing information and support to entrepreneurs. Tip 9. Questions for entrepreneurs. Embarking on the entrepreneurial career path to being your own boss is exciting. But along with all your research, make sure to do your homework about yourself and your situation. Tip 10. Entrepreneurship. What does it mean to be an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is an individual who takes the risk to start their own business based on an idea they have or a product they have created while assuming most of the risks and reaping most of the rewards of the business. What is the best definition of entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is the process of setting up a business, taking it from an idea to realization. What are the 4 types of entrepreneurs? Small business, scalable startup, large company, and social. What are the 7 characteristics of entrepreneurs? Versatile, resilient, flexible, money savvy, business smart, focused, and communicators. Tip 11. The bottom line. An entrepreneur is an individual who takes an idea or product and creates a business, a process known as entrepreneurship. Creating a business requires a lot of work and dedication, which not everyone is cut out for. Entrepreneurs are highly motivated risk takers that have a vision and sacrifice a lot to achieve that vision. Entrepreneurs enter the market because they love what they do, believe their product will have a positive impact, and hope to make profits from their efforts. The steps entrepreneurs take fuel the economy. They create businesses that employ people and make products and services that consumers buy. Please subscribe, like and press the bell for more coming videos of the same topic. Thank you for your time.